name is Anna. Today I will be giving you the proper steps on how to propagate a Monstera plant. Are you a plant enthusiast like me? Do you ever wish you could have several plants without breaking the bank? Today I'm going to teach you how to propagate a Monstera plant in 3 easy steps. I find this plant to be one of the easiest plants to propagate and grow, and I have successfully done so, and I have several of these plants living indoors and outdoors. Now let's get into the 3 steps used to grow and multiply your beautiful Monstera. The first step is to gather your tools for your cutting. You will need garden shears or very sharp scissors, some rubbing alcohol, as well as a glass jar with filtered water or spring water. First, you would want to prep your tools by sterilizing them with the alcohol. Next, you will want to look for a healthy Monstera stem that has at least one node, which is the little bump where the roots will grow. Make your cut just below the node. If there are any leaves close to the node, then you would want to remove them because you would not want those to rot off in the water. This step is crucial because clean tools and choosing the right spot helps prevent bacteria and ensures a healthy cutting. The next step is to root your cutting. Now it's time to root your cutting by placing it in a jar of clean, filtered or spring water so that the node is fully submerged. It is important not to wet the leaves. The leaf on the cutting will continue to grow while it is still in the water. Put the jar in a bright area with indirect sunlight. Not too much sunlight because it could damage the plant. Change the water if it gets dirty. This will also prevent fungus and bacteria from growing on the stem or the roots. If the water level drops due to evaporation, just add more clean water as your roots start to grow. In about 2 or 4 weeks, you will notice roots starting to form that are white and thin. Once those roots thicken up a little bit, your cutting will be ready to come out of the water and ready for soil. Watching these tiny roots is honestly the best part of the process. Once the roots are thick enough and about 2 to 3 inches long, it's time to now put your cutting into soil substrate. Monsteras thrive well in well-draining, chunky potting mix. You will also want to place your Monstera in a pot with multiple draining holes. This will allow maximum oxygen flow to the roots. Water it lightly and keep it in a warm spot with bright indirect sunlight. Once your cutting is planted in the soil, you can care for it like a regular Monstera. Water the plant when the top inch of the soil feels dry. New leaves will start to unfurl in time and you'll have a thriving, full-grown Monstera plant just like the one I have here. So let's recap. In order to propagate a Monstera, you will need to prepare your tools and make a clean, accurate cut below the node. Place the cutting in water and wait for the new roots to grow. Plant your rooted cutting in soil and care for it as you would a regular mature plant. If you have a Monstera at home, I encourage you to go grab a cutting and try this process. It is a beautiful plant that is very easy to care for, and this is the best way to save yourself hundreds and hundreds of dollars on the plants that you love the most. Thank you.